It's time for another Sticker of the Week, Sticker Showdown. This week's theme is Hammock Hams. This week is one of the rare weeks when I put some forethought into the prompt. See, the Hammock Ham sticker will be the Sticker of the Week for Labor Day, and the hammocks represent the ultimate in relaxation, at least in my mind. Hams mean pigs. I can draw a cartoon pig. I've done one already this year, and when I was young Taco Viking, I used to enjoy drawing fan art of Orson the pig. That's right. I like the non-Garfield parts of Garfield and Friends, and I will not be shamed for it. Of course, the other thing I always think of when I think of Hammock is the Todd from Scrubs. If you know, you know. All of that made this week easy because I knew pretty much exactly what I needed to do. I needed to draw two pigs, each enjoying one of the types of hammock. So, without further ado, let's get drawing. I've drawn a few things in hammocks over the last couple of years, mostly sloths and zombies. But each time I do it, I try a different approach in the way I actually structure the image. For this sticker, I thought, I'll figure out where the fat, heavy pig parts are, and then draw the hammock stretched around that. Not gonna lie, it made me feel like a legitimate artist. But it also took a few tries to figure out how all the hanging bits needed to hang and all the stretchy bits needed to stretch, and that is way more thought than should ever go into pig bits. But like I said, I've also drawn different characters sleeping in a hammock a few times in the last year, and I've tried a variety of poses and found a couple that can be my go-to in a hammock situation. Honestly, I'm not sure if there are too many other ways to actually lay in a hammock, since I'm a pretty big dude and I don't get to hammock very often without, you know, collapsing the trees or whatever to the ground. A few minor design decisions on this guy include the fact that I decided to go ahead and give him cloven hoof pig feet and not have him drooling. I feel like I've been having too many things drooling lately. The last couple of weeks have been a bit more on the gross side, and I wanted to stay mostly cute and cartoony this weekend. At least for now. That's foreshadowing, if I haven't already put the final sticker in the thumbnail. Once I had the finished piggy, I thought, this hammock should be connected to something, so I did go back and add these wooden stakes. They're probably attached to something in the endless void. We'll never know. Sometimes that's just the way of the sticker world. So here's Hammock Ham number 1, Napping Pig, in all his sleepy time glory. There are a few nitpicky mistakes I've made in this art that really drive me bananas now that I've noticed them, but this pig is a cozy one. So, why let the stress get to me? I'll just relax in the oh, God! While I'm recovering from minor catastrophic hammock collapse, why don't you go ahead and click the like and subscribe buttons? That would go a long way to making me feel like a human again. In the meantime, I have more work to do. For the second pig, I had 4 things I knew I wanted to include: banana hammock, Hawaiian shirt, sunglasses, and paper umbrella drink. The pose was easy. I just imagined what I would look like if I was trying to make a really bad point at a bar, then drew that. This guy definitely shows the Jim Davis influence, although as I started to put this guy together, I started to get less of the Orson the Pig vibes and more of the Creeper vibes from his brothers. You know, Mort, Gort, and Wart. Like how I just dropped all those names in there like I knew them off the top of my head, or at all. Editing magic, I googled that crap. Already seeming a little creepy, I decided I needed to lean into a bit more and add some chin stubble and some implications of sternbush. I'm not saying he's a bad pig. I'm just saying he lacks the Rizzy aura, as the youths might say. Yeah, I know, I'm old. As if it wasn't obvious by those incredibly timely Garfield and Friends references. I kept the colors simple again. I feel like electric blue and magenta are the definitive Hawaiian shirt colors, and this guy definitely wears a gold Speedo. And that completes Hammock Ham number 2, Vacation Pig. Come on, let him buy you a drink and tell you about his Sebring convertible, how heavily he invested into Ethereum, and why music peaked in 1983. Now it's your time to do the things. Jump in the comments and let me know which of these 2 pigs is going to get to relax the weekend away and which one is going to turn into delicious burnt ends. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see next week's video when I draw a pair of cider spiders. Click the video on screen to watch me draw the pencil pets, and remember, if you're gonna party this weekend, wear sunscreen, drink lots of water, and as always, stay weird. Until next time, goodbye.